May the 12 gods be with you. Welcome back to Let's VTT. Today's episode will be on character creation for our favorite role-playing game, The Dark Eye, using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. So first off, you can just create a new character while going on actors and creating a new actor and putting everything together you already have. But if you're fairly new to The Dark Eye, the system will assist you and help you creating your new character. So if we're gonna go with let's see, I put CC in my chat. I have some ideas on pull actor, drag and drop, some guidelines on how I can do my character creation. And if I can hit on the hero creation, I will have some more insights already here about my maximum attribute scores, language specialization, etc. in here. So I'm going to be closing this one as well. And now we jump directly into the hero creation from our core rulebook, which will give us some, information of what kind of hero can we play, what kind of experience level should we select. Should we go with an inexperienced character for 900 experience points? Should we go with an experienced 1100? Or should we go even further and let's have a legendary character of 2100 experience points? This is all up to you. So Foundry will support you doing the earliest characters with 900 experience point, but it'll also allow you to start with the experienced one, which basically are all the ones you will find in the core rulebooks. Or if you have your legendary character already ready for you from your previous sessions, well, just go for it and build it in Foundry. So I'm going to be creating a second Ulrich because the first one I created earlier. I missed some very important steps in here, but now we're going to go back to the drawing board and we'll see how we can create a new character. And this one will be Horatio. Horatio is a base character and he has nothing yet. He has no species, no profession. He has 8 points for each attribute, like just a blank characters. We already see on our attributes tab here that he has no experience so far, no experience level, nothing. But we can all change this while we're creating the character. So let's go and see what we can do. And like I told you before, we have some very nice tools within Foundry. So if I have the J button, I can see which rulebooks are activated for my players and which skills, attributes, special abilities, advantages, disadvantages will be available for me. And I activated basically everything that is available in English for us. And I'm going to be looking at the different aspects while hitting L for library. The library, once again, we've seen last time, will give us some insights about equipments, characters, journals, magic and religion, and or animals. So I'm going to be looking today at character details, and I want to be looking to get my character. First of all, I want him to be have a species, because we all know we have the humans, the elven, the half-elven, and the dwarfs in the core rulebook. I'm going to be going with a human character, I think. Or should we go with the elven one? Now we're going to be Horatio. Sounds somewhat, I think, human rather than something else. So we're going to go with human. We will have the nice artwork from the core rulebook, which is, as you can see here on the DSA 5, it's part of just the base system. You don't need to purchase any modules to have the species here. So I'm going to be looking at this one real quick, and he might be a very intuitive one, or is he very strong? Maybe he's a strong one. He will be a strong one. And I can already select some relevant disadvantages or advantages for my character if I want to have them, but I decide I will not take any, so I'm going to be okay. And I have to take no adventure points, so nothing comes up so far. So now I'm going to be looking at a culture, because we need to have some cultures in here. And I think I just watched the Viking show. I'm going to be playing as Torvalar. So we're going to look at this one real quick. It has once again, nice artwork, some descriptions about the culture, and if I go on my details tab, I can see how much it will cost me, what language I will get, and so on. So I'm going to be taking the Torvalian, just drag drop him on our character sheet. Once again, he will open up real quick, give us some knowledge about our area knowledge. So I'm going to be taking Torval Town, I think, yeah. Or should we be Prem? Oh, we're going to be Torval Town. So I'm going to be, and he will be illiterate, and he can read Torvalian runes and the Kusliga signs. And no, he's not gonna. Oh, he's gonna be superstitious. Like we need to be having. Yeah, a good Viking Torval character needs to be superstitious. So we're gonna say, oh, and now we can't do this because we didn't have assigned any adventure points. Now I'm gonna be going with the adventure points, and like we looked at the CC command, I'm gonna be taking my experience level to up to 1100 and have an experienced character, and I already see the system will give me my negative trade superstition, my area knowledge, my language points, and I spent 23 of my experience points already. That's not much. I have some more to give, but once again, this gives us some way to do this. And since we now have the culture and the species, we need to be looking at a profession. But very first, we'll do one to skills, because let's see, the culture did something to a character. Some of our skill checks went from 0 to 2 or 1 due to the 23 points of or 28 points of adventure points we spent, and we already gained the -5 points for the trait superstitious. So we spent 28 but regained 5 of our maximum 80 points of advantage, 40 points of disadvantages or 80 points of advantages to be spent according to rulebook. Once again, those rules can be overwritten in the configuration. So now we're going to be looking at a profession because we need to have some, some good stuff coming to ourselves, so we can have a Hilarion warrior. Let's see, do we have some Primarian warrior? We can have the Torvalian warrior. This would work pretty good with us. Let's see if we have something else which we could have. We could have the we could, instead of having him be a pure warrior, maybe we could go and make him a skald. He'd be a skald, a Torvalian singer, and a little bit fighter. I think that could be the way to go. I really like to have those little more socialized characters. But let's go, just scroll through here. You see these are all the professions from our different rule books here available for us to see up. I think this one is it, right? Is it the Shanga, the wilderness outside Torvalian? Yeah, this is the spellcaster version of it. And you know what? We're gonna take this. We're gonna be taking the Sangara, which will be a magic bard from the Torval. So we're gonna be pulling this one up here. Just drag and drop again. We will see the details, and on general we see, okay, we have the Arcane bards as a special ability. We need to be taking this one, so we can deselect or select it. Disadvantages, once again, we are in advantages. For this one, we need to be a spellcaster, so we cannot take this one away. But we could say, well, he's a lucky one as well, and we see our adventure points change. And maybe a beautiful voice, which could be happening for Torvalian, or maybe even not. So I think that's a good plan, and we're going to be hitting OK. There are missing choices on the magic. System already warns us if we forget to do something. So we're going to be taking the background music. We don't know what background music is. We can just look at this one. People within 16 yards will hear pleasant background music. Well, I think that will be fun. And we will be taking this one. And culture Torval could not be set because this is something the system cannot set automatically for us. But we already picked the Torval previously for our character. And now we see we have 21 life points and up to 24 arcane energy. What we haven't done yet is spend some time on our attributes. Getting increasing or decreasing our attributes will work with plus or minus, and this will already put in the calculation of the spent experience points. We're going to be doing some little bit courage, just a little bit of intuition needs to be a little higher. I think charisma needs to be up to 40, 14. Dexterity, oh, it's 11 is okay. Agility should be 12. Constitution is still Torvalian warrior, whatever. Fighting, singing, bard. Strength of 11 also works for us, I think. And something I didn't tell you, but you see here our fate points from 1 to 3 are yellow, and the one is faded. When I selected the advantage luck, already automatically my maximum amount of fate points was put up to 4 instead of 3, because luck will give me an additional fate points. We see this one backed as 1 fate point plus, and this will automatically be done by the system for you. Once you create the character, you just manually need to change your life points and your arcane energy to the maximum, and you can, right or click with fate points. Now I would have my fate points here. Since we selected our Sangara passion, the human species, and the Horatian culture, let's have a look at our skills, how they changed, and we see we have a little pretty basic 2 to 4, some of 8 skill sets, maybe even the music is on 4, woodworking. So we can spend some of our remaining adventure points here, or let's look at our combat real quick. We have a combat which is basically non-existent, so we need to be getting at least our impact weapons up by 1 to have it, have it at 11. Maybe even one more to 12. I think that could be okay for us. So we have a little bit of fighting in us. Let's have a look at our magic. We have our magical songs here, which melody of aggression, melody of deception. There we could, increase them as well. Once again, if you use the plus button, you can also increase the amount of your spells or your songs. This is the arcane bard. I don't really know much about them, what they will do for us, so let's just spend some of our money, of our points here, and we see we have still 134 points left, and we should probably put those in the skills. And I think self-control is always good to have. Singing, he's a good singer, he needs to be a little better. Perception, I always like to have a perceptive character, and maybe let's go with lore, myth, and legends. Well, we need to be telling some good stories. What else can we take what's good? Maybe we need to put some music in here, because we want to be, not just be singing. We have our nature skills here. And the list goes on. You just spend whatever you want to. But we haven't looked at the advantages or disadvantages we could pick, or the special abilities. So let's see if we can find some more special abilities and advantages we want to take. We can take the aptitude, which will help us. This one also gives us so please select the skill we want to be having in here. So maybe we can go with the, let's see if we can find the singing. We're gonna be an aptitude singer, so we're gonna take this one as well. So we have beautiful voice, and we have the skill specialization for singing, and we are even aptitude for singing. So let's see if we can have something else. We could have the good looks or something else in here, or we can take the ambidextrous, because he's not just a singer, he's also a fighter. So we're going to be taking disadvantages as well. And we have 66 points left already. And let's go to the special abilities real quick and have a look here. So we have some things we could take in here, where maybe we could take dual fighting, 2 weapons combat. It's always good to have. It's rather expensive skill, but once again, well, let's go with it. We're gonna be taking 2 weapon combat, and we see it hasn't changed our advantages, disadvantages, or general special abilities. But if we go on the combat tab here, we see now we have a 2 weapon combat for our character, which is pretty good. Endurance. Let's see. inert to encumbrance. Maybe we'll take this one as well if we have the points left, so we can take some of our armor, but I don't think we have the points. We have 11 points left, so this will not work. Since we're still in the stages of character creation, maybe we just decide to take it down a notch on our agility or on our charisma, or maybe we'll just go down with a strength of 15 points left. And wow, now we have 26 points left, and I think we're going to take this one as well. And we have 6 points left to spend on something else we want to be taking. And I really don't know, maybe the instrument. Maybe we will go with an instrument. The instrument, binding of the magical instrument. Cost us 10 adventure points. I think we need to be taking something else if we want to have a magical instrument, but now let's not do it today. Last but not least, we want to look at the equipment real quick. Our equipment, we need to have some weaponry in here. We need to have some armor, so we're gonna go with leather armor. Skin. What's the Torvalian? It's the toad skin, right? I think the toad skin. Toad skin is what we're gonna be taking for our fighter, and he's gonna be wearing it. And now we see on the combat track here, toad skin with us gives us a protection of 3 and an encumbrance of 1. But since we're inured to encumbrance, we have no encumbrance in our status, so which will help us, you know, not be hindered by our armor. Now we're gonna go with the weapons. We're gonna need some sort of axe, I think, axe or club, but I think an axe would be nice, right? Since Vikings love their axes, we're going to be taking a battle axe, I think. Okay, we're going to see the battle axes as a nice tool, so we're going to be taking the battle axe, and we might be no, we're going to be taking the orc nose as well, since we're Torvalian, and we're going to take the orc nose, which is the Torvalian special axe. Let's see, combat. Do we have any other combat skills that would be interesting to have a weapon with? And I don't think we have anything that fits, so maybe those 2 axes will be enough, or maybe we'll just take a second battle axe as well. Battle axe. Well, let's go with 2 battle axes. And you see the battle axes here twice, once for the core module and once for the armory. And also basically the same axes, but as in the books, as we are bound by the books, the battle axe from the core rulebook has basically no details, just the raw values, and the battle axe of the armory has nice fluff description as well, and some more details on weapon skills. So I'm going to be taking this one again, and now we have hopefully two battle axes, and on orc nose we're going to be having our battle axe. 1 here, and we want 1 battle axe. Maybe we should give her a name. Should we give it? We could give her a name and call her battle axe. Peace. So the name of our battle axe. I'm going to take a second battle axe here, and we can wear both of them at the same time because we're a dual wielder. And now we have the battle axe of peace and the battle axe of protection maybe with us. This will, once again, there's not just the weapons and the armor. You have all kind of equipment. You can have everything you need that you can purchase here. If you're not clear what you need and you just want to go with the plain packages, you can also check in the chat room here real quick, and this will give you, once the help is always good, the help will give you some details on what could be available. It will help you using the tool. I always like to use this one, but what I really like is the packages. So if I select the packages, I have the list of all available packages from the core rulebook or all your installed rulebooks, and then you can just decide which kind of package you want, and maybe we'll just take the adventure package, or the wilderness. We'll take the wilderness package. So I'm just going to drag and drop out of the chat, so you not just the library but also the chat that will allow you to drag and drop items to. And we're going to be dropping this one, and we'll see on our equipment There, a lot of things have changed. We have everything that's in this wilderness package, which is, let's see if we can have the insights. The wilderness package will contain about this following items. So if you just grab this one item over here, and everything it will be already added to your character, which is a neat feature and will save you some time. So basically now my Horatio will be ready for fighting or for participating in some adventures. So for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like it and or subscribe to our channel. And until next time, have fun playing the Dark Guy and let's VTT together.